you know.
So you're from one of the best places to be for music in Berlin, and you also travel a lot to one of the other great places for music. I mean, you're not doing too bad, are you, at the moment?
No, I mean, I can't complain, man. To be honest, like to have the chance to record over there, like going in the studio, like with P-Funk legends and super creative people, that's a dream come true.
What do you find that if you've got like a really long flight that you get some of your creative juices flowing and get some work finished, or do you spend most of your time watching movies and relaxing and taking your mind off what you're about to go and do, for example, a 5-day tour or whatever it might be?
Yeah, I mean, in general, it's like I'm trying to sleep on the plane, just like to kill the time. But I'm pretty good at doing edits like on the plane, but I'm not crazy creative. Like, you know, it's like I just need like my outboard gear around me. Like,
are you okay working on laptops? Like, easy enough for you, or do you prefer all the time to be in studios?
I work all the time on a laptop, even in my studio. So that's my choice.
Second
like,
nature
to produce.
to you, then.
Yeah, start it.
Do you remember the first record that you made, which, you know, could have been 2, 3, 4 years down the line, that you actually thought, hang on, there's something here. This is kind of what I really want to do? Or was you making kind of drum and bass edits and R&B and hip hop, and then, or how did it work for you?
No, it was by that time, like when I got into production, I've kind of had everything like already, like from drum and bass to gabba to trance to all that kind of stuff. So it really was clear for me. I'm ending up with house and techno music, you know. I mean, not like crazy hard techno, like groovy techno. Like the good stuff, like the old school Detroit stuff.
Do you still remember your first ever record that was clean and polished, and you thought, okay, this is what I want to do with my life?
That's a really good question. I can't even remember, man. Like, it's such a long time ago.
A lot of the people who I talk to, they seem to have like earned a couple of dollars on the side, just to excuse the pun for your name there, by the way. But earned a few extra dollars just by doing some ghost production work for other people, or for artists or bands that were coming into town, and just making a living and getting better in their own production skills by just consistently putting out, records, whether it's for them or whether it's for somebody else.
No, but that's absolutely right. I produced like a few people. I don't want to name anyone right now, but it definitely shaped my production skills and my career in general. And at some point, when I was like trying to give up, like, I ended up with my first #1 on Beatport, like for 12 weeks or 8 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I was doing your thing.
My wheels were spinning there. I was thinking that you might have had a ghost production hit that was #1. Has that ever happened?
Kind of.
Oh, kind of.
Right. I don't want to talk about it.
We don't have to go into names. You don't have to go into genres. But I get what you're saying. It's the unwritten rule, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It is what it is. But that's we can move swiftly on. Doing your thing,
right?
Can you remember any of the creative process whereby you knew there was a hit on the way, or was it kind of luck?
No, I didn't have any clue if it was a hit or not. But like, I was very angry because I was giving up my career at this point, because at this point I did it for like over 10 years, and it didn't really work out. And this was basically my giving up bootleg. So
nice.
That's how it all started.
Okay, so
yeah, it was basically a bootleg for me and my mates, and I just gave it to Jesse. Jesse played it out, I think, New Year's Eve 2010 in San Francisco. And then Barclay, like Claude Van Stroke, hit me up. And then Heidi hit me up. And yeah, from there on, the rest is history, I guess.
All through just one play from Jesse?
Yeah.
Simple as that. That's how
as simple as that.
Cool. Did you have any problems with the final release, or was it?
I mean, we sorted it out with Moody Man, and I still pay him 50% of the record, and no, we cool. I think.
Was that the point where you kind of had to take on some extra people because
I just started to look around, like what can a manager do for you? That's the next thing, because like it went really crazy with pushing on when that came up. then I proper needed like a 100%.
You got to
manager.
rethink everything because it's just shit's just too crazy.
Yeah, no, because that record, it just went even from 150% like on 250%. And
I'm going to ask you the same question with regards to pushing on. Was there a particular studio moment or creative process where you've tweaked something a certain way and the record's just clicked? Like,
actually, it was really funny. Like when I did it with my mate Jimmy Jules, I told everyone this is going to be a #1 record, and this is pretty crazy because I didn't knew it like with pushing on with doing your thing, but with pushing on it was definitely I could hear something was super special.
do you remember what it was about the record like that just kept you going? Because sometimes you can throw stuff away, can't you? Even half decent ideas.
Oh, yeah. I got a million ideas in my basement.
And you're going to send them all to me as well, aren't you? After
Definitely
this?
not.
But do you remember like where you kind of, as I say, you kind of reaching a point where you really want to run with this thing and get it over the line and get it done?
Oh yeah, I mean, when we were sorting out the samples and like I could hear something magic is happening there, and it's really crazy. I was just running around with my friends and talk to them, and like I was straight up like, this is a #1 record, if you believe it or not. This is gonna be crazy. The initial thought we had like is making a club record and not like a record for like
The masses.
yeah, not even that. Like just like more like we didn't went in the studio like and thought like, oh yeah, we have to make a record like for like a movie or something. You know, it's like, I mean, we still do what we do, and in the end of the day, it's club music, you know, and that's where I still am, you know, and I think it's a great side effect to have like your record under a movie or like in the gym where you train, you can
It's
hear
everywhere.
that, you know, that's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but
That's a good example of the gym, actually, because the record was literally everywhere. Like
it was insane, yeah. Even my mom heard it in her favorite mall.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it was.
Did you get money for that?
I think I did.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a lot of pressure, and I had it like the first time when I had doing your thing, but the second time when we had pushing on, it didn't affect me anymore because you know we do what we do.
You'd been there and you'd done it.
Yeah, you've done it, and you know, and in the end of the day, you do what you do, and if you produce all the time the same cup of tea, you're not making a hit record anymore, you know. So you have to change constantly, you know, like and moving sound wise, you know. And what I really like is everyone expected like such a crazy big hit record afterwards, and I just decided just to do like a 4-tracker DJ Tool EP just to piss everyone off.
You mentioned in America you're working with not kind of, you're not doing something in dance music. You are, but you're doing something else as well.
It's dance music. Yeah, I'm just producing this band in the moment.
Is this an exclusive? I mean, have you talked about this before, or is this something just for?
Yeah,
just for
no,
us?
I can talk about like that I'm doing this, but I can't.
That's cool.
Name anyone
I'll
here
take
right
whatever I
now
can
who's
get.
involved. But
I'll take whatever I can get.
Yeah,
mate.
it's going to be pretty crazy. Like,
How long have you been involved in the project?
And we're doing it since half a year now.
Okay.
And yeah,
Are we talking album?
Yeah, we're setting up an album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm digging a little deeper here. We're getting there. Okay, so is that pretty much as you can say right now?
Yes.
Will it? Can I just ask one thing, and it can be a yes or a no? Will it be under your name?
No.
Okay, that's interesting. If I may, I'd like to ask a little bit about your creative process.
I'm in the moment, it's actually really like the tight setup is my SP1200, my Emo SP1200. It's a sampler from '84, and
Can people still find them if they really look for them?
Yeah, you can still find them, but
Yeah.
like for an hilarious amount of money. Like,
See, this is pushing on type of money, isn't it? This is what we're talking about.
I actually bought it like quite cheap. Let's say that, like a few years back. But like in the moment, it's crazy. Like in the last 3 years, it went like triple the price. What a question! Of course. I had it many times.
Is there anything that you can remember which is like a kind of a particular nightmare or a particular funny story that goes along?
There
with
was
it?
a particular nightmare. It was like one of the big festivals in London. And,
unnamed festivals.
Unnamed festival.
Yeah.
And
London, allegedly.
Yeah, it was like 4 linked CDJs, and from 1 minute to the other one, the hub just jumped out, and I was standing there with 1 CDJ, basically. Yeah.
So you went into emergency loop mode in your head and just tried to.
Not really. I just dealt with it like a man. Like I just delayed out the record.
I was gonna say, when you say deal with it like a man, started sweating.
Yeah, I mean, in front of 6,000 people, like you should start to sweat.
Yeah,
but like it was actually
I'm sweating
alright.
thinking about it.
I think the stage manager was like more like sweating than
well,
me.
he probably got fired after that. To be honest with you,
I mean that's unheard of stuff, man. Like, you know.
I think it's because of the like too much bass in the booth and not enough foam, and it's kind of it's
dude.
jumped it out or something.
I think it was a cable or something. You know how it is, man.
Yeah,
it's like
it could,
digital, you know, and like, you know.